When you looked back at Monday's performance, what did you like? What did you not like? What was your evaluation?
I didn't like that we lost. I think we avoided negative plays. There weren't a lot of sacks. There were no turnovers. That's a positive. But when you lose, and that's all that matters in this league.
Kirk, you guys have struggled on third down. Clearly a part of that reason is no Jordan Reed. What has to happen starting this Sunday and assuming that Jordan plays to kind of get you guys to be more successful there?
It's a collective effort of the whole deal. We got to all be on the same page: receivers, linemen, running backs, quarterback. We just got to all be firing and understanding our role. And if we each do our individual job and we're on the same page, the coaches are putting together good schemes that are going to give us a chance to be successful. But that's definitely an area where I think we can be better.
Kirk, following up on that, when you're in third down, how much do defenses change in that situation? I mean, I know sometimes it's third and long or whatever, but how much are they changing and making it more difficult to maybe get done what you guys need to get done there?
Yeah, every defense is different. The way a defensive coordinator's philosophy is on third down, what they're going to do, and if they're going to pressure or change their coverage or be very basic and stay the way they're going to stay. But obviously, you get in third and long, third and medium. Defensive linemen are able to anticipate pass and pin their ears back and rush in a different way than they may on first or second down.
Leadership questions for you as a quarterback. Number one, 3-game losing streak. Do you do any different in talking to your teammates, trying to rally the guys? I imagine in high school and college you didn't have too many 3-game losing streaks. And two, a story's kind of percolating about the locker room atmosphere and guys not taking losing as hard as maybe they should. And I wondered if you noticed that and what you thought about that.
Yeah, I'll answer your first question first. As a leader, you just stay positive, set a great example, try to motivate your teammates the best way possible, try to influence guys, to hopefully raise their level of play. But I don't think, my approach to leadership or how I'm going to lead is going to change whether we're on a 3-game losing streak, a 3-game winning streak. If I start to change who I am as a person, as a leader, based on, conditions around me, that doesn't make for a very good leader. I think I need to be steady no matter what's going on. Your second question, I didn't see anything of that nature after the game. I thought that, all of us were very frustrated with the loss and, have been frustrated with the losing streak you mentioned. And it's just important to now focus on Arizona and get a win.
Kurt, like you in the second quarter, you had the big play to Deshaun. And it seemed like from that point on, especially in the second half, you were starting to look down the field more. Is that something that you're more conscious of now? It seems like you're trusting your arm strength and making big plays down the field.
Well, I think, it all comes down to, the situation of the game, the play calling, the coverages they're playing, the matchups we have. All of that affects, when the ball goes down the field, when the ball goes, into Alfred Morris's hands, when it goes to someone else. That's all affected by a lot of different factors. But, we dialed up a couple deeper throws, and we hit them. And, it says a lot about Deshaun and about our play calling, being able to, get things schemed up in the right way to where we can get guys open down the field. It's not easy to do.
Kirk, the other day in the Seattle game, Andre Roberts had 5 catches. And you've gone to him off and on. I think that was probably his season high in catches here. What is it about him that makes him a reliable receiver?
Andre's a total professional. He works very hard. He's very intelligent. He understands, his role. He understands the details of route running. He knows how to get open, and he doesn't have a big weakness. He has great hands. He's got good speed. He can beat guys over the top. He can win versus zone coverage. So he's a guy you have a lot of confidence in because you feel like he's very versatile as a receiver.
Kirk, you had said it on Sunday, stats are stats, but you haven't getting wins. How much is it great on you that, through all these games now, in all your starts, you've just been able to get one win, haven't been able to get those losses to decrease a little bit?
Yeah, it's important. At the end of the day in this league, it's about winning and winning the division, getting the playoffs, winning in the playoffs, and that's something that we're trying to do here. And we need to improve. Obviously, there's places where we're coming up short, and that's you play this game in this league. The other team is very good too, and so every time you go out there, you got to bring your highest level. The margin for error is very, very small, and we have to understand that. And in our approach, day to day, week to week, just really be attentive to the details and attentive in our preparation to make sure that all bases are covered so that, that margin of error goes our way.
Is it fair to be judged entirely on wins, though, when, you're one position, there's a lot of other positions on the field?
Yeah, I don't know what's fair or not fair. I don't know if it's for me to say. I just think that at the end of the day, it's my job as a quarterback to help this team win, and there's a lot of other, statistics and things you can look at to evaluate players' performances, but I don't think it's my place to say what's fair, what's not fair. I just know that I need to go out there and help this team win.
Kirk, obviously your running game was held down by the Seahawks, but you also fell behind. When that stuff happens, do you feel extra pressure falling on your shoulders when you realize that you're going to have to throw the ball almost all the time to come back and be successful?
No, it's just a part of playing the quarterback position. You're going to get behind at times, you're going to get ahead other times, and all that's going to affect play calling. And you don't expect every game to go the perfect way and completely have a 50-50 balance throughout the entire game all season long. So we're well prepared and have worked very hard to be able to react to whatever situation happens. And if we have to throw it, to get back in the game, then that's the job we have to do.
I'm not sure how much tape you've gotten to see on the Cardinals yet, but you're going to be facing one of the top corners in the NFL again for the second week in a row in Patrick Peterson. I'm just curious, what similarities do you see to him with Richard Sherman? Are they completely different players? How do you prepare for a player like that?
I think you start with the similarities that they're, both very good, both very highly paid, talented players, guys you got to, think about and know where they are and have an awareness of what they can do. But I think, Patrick is just an unbelievable athlete, was a high pick for a reason and has proved it every year in Arizona. And it'll be a fun challenge for our receivers and, a fun challenge for our offense and our passing game to go against a player of his caliber.
Okay, thanks. Kirk, you were very clear from the outset that this is Robert's team, and I think everybody understands that. That said, do you feel that approach has inhibited your ability or opportunity to really take charge of the locker room, to be a leader and sort of set a tone? Or are you doing that every bit as much as you would if you were the starter?
Yeah, I think I'm doing it every bit as much as I would, regardless of the circumstances. I think I'm, leading the way I would lead and taking charge and, doing all I can. And, it hasn't shown up in the win column yet, but I'm going to keep working and keep preparing and keep learning and keep getting better. And, I think we got, better days ahead coming soon.
Kirk, Pierre had been so consistent for you guys. I think 17 games, 5+ catches. Last couple of games been a little up and down outside of the Philadelphia game. I know you go where coverage dictates. Are teams kind of doing something a little bit different over the last 3-4 games to him that maybe is taking him out of the mix a little bit?
I don't know that anything's been too different. I think you just go where your reads take you. And some games, for 17 straight games or whatever the stat was, it may have taken us to Pierre 5 or more times. Every week it's going to change. And, he's a great player. If teams are very concerned about him, that's going to open up the door for a lot of other guys, and it's going to make my job as a quarterback much easier. So he's been doing a great job for us, and we have total confidence in him. And I'd love to have every guy on the team with 5+ catches every game, but there's only so many plays to be run, and it's going to change from week to week.
Kirk, I don't think anybody blitzes more than Arizona does or has this season. How do you feel you've progressed in that area, and what are some of the tougher things for a young quarterback to get used to when you're facing that sort of pressure?
They do a great job of pressuring and using confusion and complexity, and that's something we need to be prepared for this week. And it comes down to scheme and preparation, and everybody be on the same page, and with the offensive linemen, the center, the running backs. There's a lot of different pieces that come together to pass protect and understand where we're going, and it starts with me and ID and things. So that's an area that I believe I have improved in quite a bit since coming into the league, and I'm sure there's still a lot more room to grow. But it'll be a good challenge for us seeing that kind of pressure.
Thanks, Kirk.
All right, thank you.